Good morning, afternoon, and evening, Four Winds. I trust everyone's been enjoying the cooler temps this past week. It almost makes me want to be ready for fall. Okay, not really. I love summer. I do want to take a minute to thank all of the employees that have reached out to us over the past couple of weeks with suggestions and possible topics for future segments. Some of them we have already used, and others we will be using in future videos. One that made me laugh said, "I love these videos, and I think the only thing that could make it better..."
I could have used a little more cowbell.
I couldn't agree more, so we'll see what we can do. Recently, HR sent out some FAQs hoping that it would help employees with some of the most common questions that HR receives. We wanted to share a few of them here to make sure that more people are receiving the information. The first question is,
will my unpaid furlough time affect my average hours worked?
No, your unpaid furlough time will not be considered in the calculation of your annual average hours worked for part-time or full-time status consideration. So we don't want to penalize you during this pandemic, so we're not going to count that against you.
What hours are included in hours worked?
All hours for which you work and receive pay are considered part of your average hours worked. So any holiday pay you get, any paid time off or PTO where hours are available, so it doesn't mean unpaid time off. And also any approved leave of absences, which would include any kind of medical, whether that's continuous, intermittent, bonding, any of those. If you have to go to jury duty, if you have to go to a funeral, if you're on military leave, or any kind of personal leaves as well.
When will employees be notified that they didn't average 30 hours?
During the month of December each year is when we'll notify employees. Every October, we evaluate everyone to see how many hours they've averaged over the past year. We'll let you know in December where you're at, and then January 1st, that's when your new status will be effective.
I hope that helps answer some of the questions you may have had. And if not, HR is always there to answer any other questions. You can reach out to the HR department at hrdept@fourwindscasino.com. Do we have any runners out there? And I don't mean because you are being chased by the neighborhood dog. Well, for those of you that run because you like it, which I just don't understand, we have some info on a virtual race that you might be interested in. Logan is hosting a virtual fun run starting on August 1st that goes through August 31st. What is a virtual race, you might wonder? Actually, we had to look it up too. Turns out that with this type of race, you can choose your course anywhere at any time of day and do it at your own pace. You have to register for the race before 8/14 to be guaranteed a race shirt. If you're interested, directions on how to enter can be found on the flyers that are posted around the properties, and it can also be found on the intranet. If you have questions, you can reach out to employeeevents@fourwindscasino.com. I think the only thing that could make running any more enjoyable is... One thing that doesn't need more cowbells, because it's already awesome, is employees getting promotions. We'd like to take a minute to put a spotlight on those employees that have received a promotion in recent months. In New Buffalo, Cassandra Brazy is the newest leave administrator. Frank Segera moved to warehouse receiving supervisor. Jeannie Woodley is now a cook too. Justin Brazy is now a slot supervisor. Lawrence Mack moved to events supervisor. Michael Bickle is the sports book manager. Monica Kozowska is the gaming project specialist. In South Bend, Joel Wendell became the newest sous chef. Mark Refford is now a security shift lead. Nathan Andrews moved up to restaurant manager. And Samantha Cook is our newest casino bartender. Next time you see these employees, make sure to tell them congratulations. I'm pretty sure the only thing that could make their day better would be... Okay, I'm not going to show it again. Okay, who am I kidding? Roll it.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Okay, on a serious note, IT would like all employees to know that some individuals have reported receiving a text message to their cell phones such as unsuccessful payment from AT&T, similar to this image. This is just one example of how the text messages may look. Please do not click on any of the links or contact the phone numbers for these text messages like these. They are possible scam phishing text messages. They may be attempting to convince individuals to contact them back in order to obtain personal details and/or credit card information. If the text message looks to be from someone you know or a company you work with, please contact them directly with a known phone number to verify if the text message is legitimate. If the text message was not expected, contains links that seem even slightly suspicious, or could not be verbally verified as legitimate, it is recommended that the text message be deleted. Thank you, IT, for the words of advice. It's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to these situations. I received an email from an employee this week that contained something I wanted to share. I love when people use their talents, and especially when their suggestions save me from doing the work. And this one piggybacked off the previous submission for our Green News segment. Michael Bailey submitted this logo to go with Susan Simpson's segment named for the 4 Wins 4 R's. I thought it was pretty cute, so I'm using it today. Susan, you'll have to work out with Michael how to go about the copyright. In an effort to help 4 Winds Go Green, Finance is doing their part. They wanted to pass on information about expense reporting, as they no longer take paper expense reports. They would like employees to know that Certify, which is the new program now used, can be downloaded to any smartphone or accessed via any computer. If you have any questions, please reach out to Christy Mondal either by emailing her at cmondal@fourwindscasino.com or by phone at 269-926-5622. I don't know if any of you recognized any of those awesome musicians that I featured a few times during the video, but just in case you had not, I figured I'd show you a full band photo just so you can have a good look. Remember, Dan, I have bosses and I have to do what they say. Sorry. I hope you all have a great upcoming week and get time to enjoy some of this beautiful weather. Thank you for watching.